We're very close to the Yum Tuv of Shavous when we're going to celebrate Matan Torah. We know Hashem gave the Torah in the desert on Har Sinai. The simple question is, why did Hashem choose to give the Torah in a desert? Why not give it in the center of the most beautiful city in the world? Listen to this powerful story. There was once a king, a kind and gentle king, one who was beloved by all of his people. But unfortunately, the king had no children, and the entire kingdom felt his pain. One day, it was first a rumor, then it was confirmed. The king and queen were gonna have a baby. People were so excited. Their beloved king would have a child who would one day take over the throne. They would have a prince. The little baby was born. The celebrations were massive. There were parties, there was drinking, there was dancing. They finally had their prince. This boy was born into the lap of luxury and given everything he ever wanted. At first, he was a sweet boy, but then all the greatness given to him went to his head. The angel child was an angel no more. He became a vindictive, evil prince who would murder just for fun. The king, in so much pain, knew he had a decision to make. So he called his entire kingdom and said, "You don't have to worry. My child, the prince, will never take over the throne. I will appoint someone else. You're all gonna be safe." When the prince heard this, he gathered all his friends together and they began planning a rebellion. They would overthrow the king and the throne would be theirs. However, it did not go as planned. There were a lot more people loyal to the good king than to the evil prince. After the prince was captured, he was banished to a faraway town where no one would ever know he was a prince, to live among the paupers, to live in the filth and the mud. He was broken. On the freezing cold nights, he would sit around the fire with the other poor people in town, telling them stories of years ago when he was in the kingdom. They would laugh at him. If you were ever a prince, you wouldn't be living here amongst us. One day, everyone was excited. The king would be visiting the neighboring village. Everyone was going to watch the parade. The prince stayed behind. He had no reason to go. As everyone was getting ready to leave, an old man approached him and said, "They all always laughed at you, but I knew you were telling the truth. I saw it in your eyes. Why not come along, and when the carriage passes by, beg the king for forgiveness?" As the king's chariot passed, the prince ran up and he fell to the ground, crying and begging for forgiveness. When the king saw him, he stopped the wagon, got out, and embraced his son, crying too. The king said, "Son, it's not you that has to ask me forgiveness. I have to ask you forgiveness. I was the father that gave you so much and so many distractions that you forgot that I was your father, and I forgot that you were my son." Hashem could have given the Torah in the capital city of Mitzrayim or in beautiful Yerushalayim, but Hashem wanted, when we got the Torah, we know there's nothing else important. Not to be busy with so many distractions that we have to find time for the Torah, but the emptiness of the Midbar told us Torah isn't an add-on to life. It's the only thing. It's life itself. This year, Hashem has prepared us for Matan Torah in a special way. It's been painful, but stuff that had seemed so important to us just a few months ago no longer are. We have seen images the world could never imagine. An empty Times Square, flights with 5 people, so many important institutions shut down. On this Shavous, let us accept the Torah like the Yidden in Midbar Sinai many years ago. Not to find time for the Torah, but to let the Torah lead our lives. When we do that, we become Hashem's true children. And the Torah brings us more happiness, more joy, more success than any of the distractions ever could.
Bnei tzur narot b'kedusho